Hi everyone, this is Firefighter Klosterman, and today we're going to be talking about utilizing FirstDue on your smartphones during a response. So to start off, to access your incidents, we're going to be utilizing the incident list on a smartphone, and that is accessed on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen where it says incidents with the bell icon. To open your incident list, you're going to tap that icon and your incident list will appear. Your most current incident will appear at the top of the list, and then all of your past incidents will appear at the bottom of the list. A useful feature of the incident list is the all calls feature. Tapping that will show you all calls in the city. And this is a useful feature, say we're just clearing a call in our district and another call in our district had went out maybe a minute or two before and we're going to jump that call. I can open the all calls list to see what kind of call it was and the location of the call. Tapping the all calls button again will only show you calls for the apparatus you have selected. In this case, because we're going to go through some example calls, we have FMO1 selected. Your calls will appear for the apparatus you have selected. So if you're on engine 11, you'll get calls for engine 11. So the first call we're going to talk about is 5301 Central Avenue Northeast. This is the Bank of the West building. So to open my call, I'm going to tap the incident on the incident details page. And we get a lot of information on the incident details page. At the top, we're going to see our call coding, the address, and a common name, if there's a common name associated with this address. Moving down, we have the map window view. The important thing to remember about the map window view is only the incident icon and hydrant icons will appear in the map window view. If we want to view pre-planning icons, I have to use the map button at the bottom of the page, which I'll go over in a second. The right-hand turn arrow button is navigation quick routing. This is a feature that drivers can use. This will take you to a calculated route view in Google or Apple Maps, whichever you have selected under your personal preferences. Continuing on, I can calculate my route. This will calculate a navigation route to this address from your current location, and it will keep you in the FirstDue app. The calculate route view will utilize either Google or Apple Maps to calculate the route and display it on the FirstDue map. Just whatever map technology you've selected in your personal preferences, that's what it will use for that. The dashboard is available if you'd like to use that. Call history is available, and editing pre-plan is available. Obviously, during a response, we're not going to be editing a pre-plan, but that's what those buttons are. Your building story will display any narrative PIP information on the building if it's available. In this case, there's a little bit of narrative information for the Bank of the West building. Under units, you're going to see your run string for the call you have selected. Because this is a test example call, we've selected FMO1. In the real world, if we had a high-rise response here, the high-rise response run string would appear. And then under incident details, any initial call notes from the alarm room will appear here. Because we're using an example call, we just have test in the incident details. For a real call, we may see something like, smoke on the 15th story, multiple calls, something like that. So for this building, we talked previously about how in the map window, we can't see pre-planning icons. To view our pre-planning icons, we're going to tap the map icon at the bottom of the screen. And that will expand the FirstDue map. And now I'm able to see all the pre-planning icons associated with this building. Utilizing pre-planning icons during a response is a really valuable feature of FirstDue, where we can get a lot of great information at a quick glance. The key to utilizing FirstDue successfully during a response is familiarity with the pre-plan icons. So the more familiar we are with the icons, the quicker we can acquire information we need. In the context of the Bank of the West building, I know right away there's a basement in this building and the location of the basement access. In this case, it's going to be on the northwest corner of the building. I can also see where my FDCs are. The FDC is going to be on the north side of the building. I can also see we have a Knox box, an alarm panel, and then the locations of my stairwells and elevators. In this case, our stairwell icons provide us a lot of valuable information. I can see right away that the west stairwell is going to be our attack stairwell. And how I know this is we've designed our stairwell icons to identify if the stairwell has roof access, standpipe, and basement access. And these are identified with letters. So for the west stairwell, we see there's an R and an S on the stairwell icon. And this identifies that this stairwell has roof access and a standpipe. The east stairwell we can see has roof access and then the B for basement access. Another really valuable icon is the X's and O's icon. This is our tactical considerations. And with pre-planning icons, we can tap on any icon on the map and see any narrative information that's been added by crews who pre-planned this building. And we'll use the tactical considerations to highlight this. So I tap on tactical considerations and we can see the narrative information that's been added. We can see that the west stairway has the only standpipe and that this stairway is accessed on Division 2 from the east stairway. And we can also see that the east stairway provides access to 2 18th floor penthouse apartments at this building. So clicking on the icons on the map is a valuable way for field units to identify any additional information if this has been provided in the PIP. So the next example we're going to talk about is utilizing apartment maps. The FirstDue committee has been working to add apartment maps for apartment complexes, mobile home parks, and condominiums across the city. And today we're going to utilize the Cinnamon Tree Apartments on Central Avenue in 5's district as our example. So just like the last example, I'm going to tap my incident to open up the incident details. And the thing to remember for apartments is your apartment number and or your building designation will appear at the top here with the call coding the address and the common name. It will appear along with the common name underneath the address. So, you know, it could be something like Building A, Apartment 100. You'll see it at the top here. That's how you're going to know what apartment you're going to. And just like in the last example, the map window view, I can't see any pre-planning icons, so I need to tap the map icon at the bottom of the screen to expand the FirstDue map. So what the committee is doing is we add the building designations to the FirstDue map, which will appear automatically when you expand the FirstDue map. In the case of the Cinnamon Tree, we can see there are many, many buildings in this apartment complex, and we add these building designations as a quick shortcut to help field units identify the correct building that the call is located at. Now we know that sometimes all we get is an apartment number, and we add apartment maps to the pink map icon right here. So say we only got apartment 1021. That's all the information we have. So to access the apartment map, I'll tap the pink map icon, and I'm going to tap the map preview right here. This will expand the full apartment map, and then I can see that apartment 1021 is in building B. Some other features of apartment maps are north will always be orientated to the top of the map, and then we're going to identify additional features such as the main entrance, the leasing office, and then any playgrounds, sports courts, additional rec building or clubhouses, as well as hydrants located on the inside of the apartment complex. To exit the map, I'm going to tap the X at the top right-hand corner. The next example we're going to talk about is hydrant spotting. So our test call is going to be at 325 Cago Drive Northeast. We're going to say, for example purposes, that this is a 69 echo response. So let's say I'm the second in engine to this fire call, and we're going to be laying a 5-inch supply to the attack engine. Hydrants will automatically appear on the FirstDue map. So after I select my call and expand the FirstDue map, I can see all the hydrants that are close to the building. In this case, our closest hydrant is going to be on the corner of Kagwa and Nambe. So a useful feature we can utilize during responses is the measurement tool. And this is most useful in the context of our primary hydrant is out of service and we need to measure distances from a secondary hydrant to the fire building. to ensure we have enough 5-inch hose on our truck to complete the water supply evolution. To start measurement, I'm going to tap the ruler icon on the screen. And then I just need to tap once where I want to start measuring. In this case, it'll be the hydrant on the corner of Copper and San Pedro. I'm going to tap again, and this will give me my distance between these 2 points. If I have to turn a corner, all I have to do is tap again on the map, and that will complete my total measurement. And FirstDue on smartphones will give you your intermediate distance as well as the total distance. Thank you all for your time. This concludes our training on utilizing FirstDue during response on smartphones. Keep up the good work out there.